This is how you become a greeter. Rule number 1. You need to have a boyfriend, and his name needs to be Tommy, Robbie, Bobby, Nick, or Anthony. Leopard and leather go with everything. You have to go to the nail salon, and your nails have to be in pristine condition at least once a week. You have to go with your girlfriends and talk shit about your other girlfriends who aren't there. Rule number 4, if you get engaged, you need to have a rock 1 carat or more. If it isn't a rock, then you kick them to the curb and put them out with the garbage, okay? Volume. You need to have lots of volume in your hair. You can't be walking around with flat hair like, what's her name's flat ass? Water, coffee. You gotta drink lots of water, lots of coffee, and always have bobby pins in your hair. You want to have a little bit of poof, and you want to tease your hair on a daily basis. If you're Italian, then your hair has to be brown. You have to know how to make meatballs, and you got to take your rings off while you're making them. Roll the meats like this, like this. If your boyfriend doesn't want to come over on Sunday to eat sauce with your family, then he's a loser. Dump him. Tight and colorful. That's the name of the game. You gotta have at least 4 bracelets on, and one of them has to be diamonds. When you're telling somebody off, it's gotta be like this. Okay? Okay? Okay. Whatever. You have to go to the tanning salon at least 5 times a week. You could do the spray tan if you don't want to get cancer. Have to do the lay down with the face and everything and the big light bulbs. Am I the only person that feels like they're laying in a coffin when they go into the tanning bed? I feel so claustrophobic in there. I get like anxiety in a tanning salon, which is why I'm so pale, because I don't want to go tanning. But like, you feel like you're like closing yourself in a coffin. It's so creepy. Does anybody else think this? I'm like sitting in there and I'm like, why are the light bulbs crackling? What's that noise? What's going on? And then you think of that Final Destination movie where the girl gets killed in the tanning salon, and then it's like, I just want to get out of here. I'm having a panic attack. This is not worth me being tan. What is up? Make up my beds. Today I want to do something a little bit, I'm not going to say different. I say that in every video. Today I want to do something kind of fun for you guys. There we go. There's a new word. Fun. Today I wanted to kind of go through a list of products, like my most repurchased products. This way you guys could kind of get a feel for who I am as a makeup lover. So I want to start off with some of my favorite foundations. I have quite a few. I'll give you guys my drugstore ones and my higher end ones. And these are things that are constantly on my makeup table. Like, I can't live without them. I go into full-blown panic anxiety mode if I run out of these items. So first one is the Revlon Colorstay foundation. I talked about this in, I don't think it was my last video, my foundation video. Do I have lipstick on my toes? I absolutely love this stuff. Definitely one of my drugstore favorite drugstore foundations. Just has a really good full coverage, beautiful matte finish. It really does, I'm picking my nose, it's so itchy. It really does stay all day, and that's why I love this stuff. You know what, I hadn't used it in a while, and I recently just repurchased it, and you know, it was like hours later. It was probably like the end of the night, probably at like midnight, because I'm like a total night owl. I was up and I was like just about to take all my makeup off and stuff, and I was like, I have a mirror next to my toilet bowl. This is way too much information. But anyway, sometimes, you know, when you just like daydream while you're on the toilet, I was like sitting there and I'm looking in the mirror and I was like, ooh, my foundation looks fabulous still. So, and it was way more than 8 hours later. This is just a great foundation. Really holds up for drugstore foundation. I mean, if somebody, you know, if I did like one of those blind tests, you know, where they do those like blind taste tests where they put like Pepsi and Coke in a cup and they're like, ooh, which one's which? That's what, somebody did that to me with this and like possibly the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and they asked me which one was which. I probably wouldn't know, because this is a great foundation. And my favorite part about this foundation is that the sand beige matches my skin. It's a dead-on match for my skin. So I really love this. Also in the drugstore, really love the CoverGirl Outlet Stay Fabulous foundation. This is definitely right up there with the Colorstay. This is just a great foundation. I really was never a big Covergirl fan until I tried this foundation. I haven't tried many of their foundations, but this one's amazing. The only problem I have with this, and it's so upsetting, it does oxidize a little bit, so I really suggest using a good primer. I've noticed that it happens a little bit more in the summer, so I don't know if that has to do with like sweating or something like that, but these do tend to oxidize a little bit, and if you don't know what that means that they kind of turn like orangey or something. But I've noticed that, you know, if you use a good finishing powder and a good primer, you are less likely to get that oxidation. But again, this is another really good full coverage foundation from the drugstore. It blends really nice, it wears really nice, it's got good, you know, solid staying power, and it's just a really good foundation. So, and I wear this in nude beige just in case you guys missed. Last one from the drugstore that I constantly repurchase, and I recently saw these on clearance, and I really hope that they're not discontinuing this product because I really, really like it. And it's the L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder. This is a great foundation for the summer. I don't wear it so much in the winter, but it's a very, I mean, this stuff is real liquid, you know. It's very runny, so, you know, you got to be a little bit careful with it, but it's a really, really great foundation. Really good coverage, even though this is not supposed to be a full coverage foundation. It's really buildable. So, and like I said, I saw them on clearance, and I'm so upset because if this goes, like, if this is gone, I don't know what I'm going to wear this summer. The one thing that I don't like about this foundation is that it does kind of get hung up on dry areas a little bit, so you want to really make sure you use a good moisturizer before you use this. So let's go to concealers. I have a couple of concealers that I want to talk about that I constantly need to have on my makeup table. For starters, the Age Rewind Dark Circle erasers. Absolutely love these concealers. They are amazing. I can't even tell you how many times I've repurchased these. I have both the neutralizer, which is really good for kind of covering up dark circles. It's yellow, but it works for the dark circles for me. I know they say to use a peachy concealer. Some of the peachy concealers for me look a little weird because they get a little dark. So I like to use this. Also brightens, which is great. So that's the neutralizer color and the fair. This is the lightest one, you know, for highlighting. And if you want to cover up stuff, you want to get something closer to your skin tone. But I like this one, which is the lightest one I think that they have. Really good concealer, really nice. I thought I was gonna hate this because I'm so not into like gimmicky products where like things come out of things, you know what I'm saying? But I really love this product, and I actually like this thing. It's not good for like blending it out, but it's good for dabbing it on. It doesn't go on too thick. You could control how much product you're putting on your face, so I actually really like that little spongy thing. I've had a few of these that have malfunctioned though, where like it didn't come out and I broke it and my husband had to smash it open with a hammer. You know the deal. The next one is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is just a really good liquid consistency concealer. Definitely something that I have like 5 of these. I'm constantly purchasing them. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be like a makeup apocalypse one day and like I'm never going to be able to get products. So I always like stock up. Is that just me? Am I the only weirdo? I have this in Fair. Again, lightest color, because I like to use it for highlighting and contouring. I don't have a lot of problems that I have to cover up with concealer, so if you do, then you probably more want to get corrective concealers, which we're not going to get into right now, but for highlighting, I love this. I will repurchase this when I run out of the 2 that I have. As for high-end concealers, I don't have that many. I like went through like a concealer craze last year where I kept like returning and repurchasing and returning and repurchasing concealers until I found this, which is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Undereye. This is actually a duo, so it also has the Hello Light brightener on the bottom. That part I'm not that crazy about, but I love the Bye Bye Undereye. This is a full coverage concealer, and not only is it a full coverage concealer, it's a full coverage concealer that they have like magical little beneficial things in here. Feels like it's hydrating your under eyes. Just a really, really good concealer. A little dot of this goes a very long way, and I'm running out. Okay, so you see, can you guys see that? This little dot will spread out and just, it's, you know, great concealer. My only complaint about this stuff is that it has like a dewy kind of finish. It leaves a dewy finish, and nobody wants their under eyes looking dewy and oily. So it does need to be set with a powder. And while we're on the subject, I'll tell you guys about this powder. But this is like my holy grail high-end concealer. I can't live without this. And I have this one in light, which again, I think is the lightest color. I cannot live without this stuff. I've tried the makeup forever. I've tried so many of those high definition, you know, finishing powders. None of them have made me as happy as the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. This is an amazing holy grail finishing powder. I don't care if you agree with me, it's my favorite. Ugh. I use this on my mom, and sorry mom, I don't mean to like embarrass you, but you know, she's older. She's in her 60s. She looks fantastic. Let me just tell you, my mom's so cute. She just turned 60, and you know, her pores are enlarged, and the same things that happens to all of us when we get old. And I used this on her for my brother's wedding, and her skin looked flawless. It was gorgeous. So this product is just amazing. I can't even say enough about it. It's just really that good. And I will continue to repurchase it. I also like that it has like a slight yellowish tint, which helps with some brightening. But what I really love about this stuff is that it doesn't leave that cast. You know how you get that white cast from some of the finishing powders, even the Makeup Forever one. You kind of get that white cast or grayish cast. This does not leave that on your face. When you put this on, it just makes your skin look like porcelain. Perfect. It's gorgeous. Please go out and buy this. Moving on to lip products. I'm not going to get that much into lip products, but there's definitely two lipsticks. I will give you a high end and low end. They're nude colors. These are two that I just can't live without because I have a tendency to wear more nude colors. Like, I like natural looking lips more often. Obviously not today, but for the most part, I'm usually wearing natural color lipstick. So, okay, so this one is by Too Faced. This is the Nude Beach. I don't know what they call these lipsticks. I'll have to put it over here somewhere. I don't know. I'm out. Look at this. I'm digging into it on this one. This is one of my favorite nudes. This is like my lip color, but better. Absolutely love this one. Nude Beach. These are not long wearing lipsticks. I don't care because, you know, I like to reapply it during the day and refresh, and really creamy, really hydrating. I already have purchased this twice. My probably holy grail of nude lipstick colors or pinks, nice nude pinky colors is this Maybelline Color Whisper in the color Lust for Blush, and I need to repurchase this. Actually, I have another one in my pocketbook, and I recently saw these on clearance, and if these go out, I'm gonna kill myself. All right, let's not be that dramatic. I'll live, but I'll be very upset. I know they came out with a matte Lust for Blush. I don't have that, but it's not just about, it's the color, it's the formula. I love these color whispers. They're very lightweight, they're very comfortable, they're very creamy, they feel hydrating, they almost feel like a lip, not a lip balm, I don't know, I don't know how to explain it. Just really nice texture to these. They're not heavy, they're not too creamy, you know, they're not long wearing again, but that's okay with me because I'm like a person who likes to wipe their lipstick off while they're eating, and then I don't know, there's something about like having lipstick, you know, when you bite into like a cheeseburger and then you see your lipstick on it, like the bun, I don't know, it freaks me out. So I'm okay with having to reapply my lipstick, so absolutely have to own this. Let's talk about eyeliner, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about eyeliner. Okay, well, let's get into eyeliners. I'm not a very big pencil eyeliner fan anymore. I'm sorry, so I don't have a pencil eyeliner that I could really tell you guys about. And if anybody knows one that lasts like all day in the waterline, please let me know about it because I need one for my pocketbook. My favorite gel eyeliners are all from the drugstore. I don't have any high-end eyeliners. I feel like if you find something that works for you in a drugstore product like format, why go to the high end? Why am I gonna go spend $30 on an eyeliner when there's one that's like $10 that I love? So and I feel like this first one that I'm gonna mention is an unsung hero of the drugstore. I feel like this does not get enough hype. I don't know why. I feel like I love this product. It costs $3, so you really can't complain. And it's the E.L.F. cream liners. I have the black one and the brown one. I've never tried any of the colors, but you know, like they have like a blue and a purple. I've never tried those, but these two are definitely like really good. I don't know why they, like I said, I don't know why these don't have more hype on them. The black one I really like. They go on really creamy, really smooth. I like the packaging on it because it stays tight, you know, kind of tightly closed there, so you don't have to worry about it drying out. I mean, of course it does dry out a little bit. You could see it kind of shrunk in there, but still a great cream eyeliner. So I don't know why these don't get more hype. The brown one, which I think is called Coffee, I'm not sure, but the brown one is a really good kind of dupe, I guess you could call it, for the Anastasia. How do you guys say it? Anastasia. I'm not fancy. I'm going to say Anastasia because I'm from New York. That's how I say it. The Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade is specifically in the dark brown. I feel like these could be dupes for one another. These are really good cream eyeliners from the drugstore. And again, they only cost $3. I feel like if you want to experiment with a cream or gel kind of type liner with a brush, this is a great, this is a great jump off point. If you've never used them before and you don't want to go out and spend like $30 on the MAC one or the Bobbi Brown one, this is a great jump off point just to practice with. So for $3, and I use this one almost every day and I love it. So there's also the Wet n Wild. I think it's considered a gel liner. I really like this one too. Almost exactly the same as the E.L.F. one, which is why, because this one gets hype and that one doesn't, and I don't know why. But I really like this one too. These shrink a lot more. I've noticed that, like, I always end up having to repurchase this before it's even used up. I have like 4 or 5 of them like floating around my room somewhere because like they start drying up, and it's due to the crappy packaging, which to me, almost all Wet n Wild products have crappy packaging, especially their lipsticks, because oh my god, I can't even tell you these things. How many times this thing has opened up and like exploded in my pocketbook. Not that fun. Because this crappy cap, it just never like screws on tight enough. I don't know. And I feel like the air gets in there and it's just not good packaging. But it's cute. It kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know, I Dream of Jeannie if she lived in an eyeliner thing. My absolute favorite is the L'Oreal Lacquer liner. This one is just, you're not going to get a blacker, creamier gel liner from the drugstore than this one. The Maybelline one is pretty much the same consistency. They're the same company, so that's why. They're pretty much the same product. I just like to buy this one because I feel like the glass is nicer. It comes in a heavier package. I'm so weird. I'm like, it's heavy. It's quality then. It's because it's heavy. This one stays nice. Gets a little kind of thick and gooey towards the end. Not gooey. It gets thick. Kind of gets like a little thick towards the end. So almost with all my cream liners, I end up repurchasing them before I'm like fully out. So because once this stuff starts drying up, it kind of tends to drag a little bit. So it's not the best when that happens. But you guys could always scoop a little out and put it in one of those little MAC sample jars. This way you don't have to constantly keep opening the main container. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Because I gotta hurry up because my husband's gonna be home soon. He's gonna be like, "Wait, making videos? Why is the kitchen a mess?" It's like, just shut up. I'm busy, bitch. This is something that I absolutely cannot live without. I have to have this product, and it is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This I have repurchased so many goddamn times. They recently started selling it in this little eeny beeny size right here, which is good because I feel like when you get those huge sizes in products like this that you only use like a little pinhead worth of, they start to get funky, once they're like sitting on your makeup table for years. So I bought this this little one, $12.99, worth it all day, every day. This is the best eyeshadow primer. I do not care what anybody else says. You could disagree with me. I don't care. It's the best because it is the only one that really keeps your eyeliner on nicely all day too. You know, eyeliners have a tendency to bleed, especially if you're like me and your eyes are constantly tearing because you have contacts and allergies, and it's like, what else could go wrong with my eyes? This is a great eye primer. You guys wouldn't even believe how messy my table is right now. It's like, really, Leanna? Like, who has scissors on their makeup table? I have this too, just in case you need a car. I have screws. It's like, really? What's this? Why is this on my makeup table? I don't know. I've fallen asleep and then woken up the next day. I know you're not supposed to like leave your makeup on, whatever. It happens sometimes when you have a little, you know, couple too many glasses of wine. Sometimes I don't feel like wiping my makeup off. But anyway, I have fallen asleep with my eyeshadow on by accident at times, and it stays like almost the next day. Almost, not perfect, of course, but you know, I could still wake up the next day and be like, oh my god, my eyeshadow's still stuck to my eyes. Don't have a good eyeshadow primer from the drugstore. I heard that the Milani one is good and I want to try that one, but what I like to use as a primer from the drugstore, and I have repurchased and I actually need a new one of these, is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in the color Barely branded, and I feel like that's a good dupe for the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Really kind of similar color texture. This works as a great eyeshadow primer, and it also, you know, it also serves as a good base to kind of brighten up like colors and stuff like that. So but I really love these. I love these just as eyeshadows too. I have my two favorites are this one, Barely branded, and this one, Inked in Pink. These are great cream shadows. Before these came out, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really wasn't a cream shadow fan at all, but these kind of are game changers for me because they you know, they don't crease, they stay where you want them to. They come in really pretty colors. They're just really nice texture. This one dried out because I left it open, so I totally need a new one. My most repurchased mascara, and this one I was just introduced to by my cousin Christina. What up, girl? Yo, yo. But anyway, she introduced me to this. I keep picking I'm not picking my nose, guys, I swear. I have a hair in my nose. The L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. She told me to go get it. I totally listened to her. Absolutely love this mascara. This is a great mascara for lengthening and a little bit of volumizing, but mostly for lengthening. I love using it on my bottom lashes, and it's probably because of that small brush. Very, very nice. My only complaint about this is like it's hard to get back in there because it wipes off a lot of products, so it's like tight in there. This is starting to get really weird. So you know, that's the only problem, and I had to repurchase it because I broke the brush off the last one trying to jam it in there. So I'm wearing it today, but I paired it with this, which is another thing that I'm definitely repurchasing. It's the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Really good volumizing mascara. You don't need that much of it, and that's what I really like. You could get away with like one coat of this stuff and your eyelashes will look great. My only complaint about this stuff, which is kind of a big complaint, and this is why they should never name something better than sex, because it's like, really, that's a pretty big claim. The brush gets gross. Like, it gets all gunky and like your eyelashes get stuck in it and it's kind of gross. Like, I've noticed that like the older it gets, like the more gross it gets. Like, you see how it's all over? Ugh, it's all over. It's a little messy, this one. Even when you're applying it, you gotta like really be careful to not get it all over your face. But nevertheless, it's a great mascara. It's like, hi, it sucks, but it's great. So I know I'm gonna like end this video and I'm gonna be like, oh, I forgot this. It happens every time. Okay, this product, guys, if you don't own this, please go out there and buy it. It is the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. This is the bomb.com. I absolutely love this stuff. In fact, hold on. This is something that I definitely repurchase all the time. I actually like it better than the Urban Decay All Nighter. Reason being, this doesn't really give you that super dewy finish. But it does give you a natural looking finish, which is beautiful. And if you have like powder, you know, when you're a little heavy handed with the powder and the finishing products, this kind of like just takes the edge off. My only complaint is that I wish it came in a bigger size, and I wish that the mist was finer. The mist on this one is just like perfect. It comes out so perfect. It's just perfect little droplets everywhere. And this one, just like sometimes you get like that one like big droplet that goes into your eye and you're like, oh, I can't see anymore. Yeah, like you feel bigger droplets hitting you, and that's not cool. But this stuff's amazing. I wish it was a little bit cheaper. I think it's like, is it like $8.99 or $14.99? I'm like trying to envision the NYX like setup in my Ulta right now. I don't know. It's kind of pricey, but very well worth it. Doesn't last that long, unfortunately. I usually save it for special occasions. Like, I don't need this every day on my face. Okay, so last but not least, I want to talk about primers. First and foremost, any of the Smashbox primers. This is the new pore minimizing one. I like this one, but I think I like their regular formula better. As for pore minimizing, I actually like the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. Look at this magic trick. They were almost exactly the same. This, and the Professional, they're pretty much all the same. So whichever one that you guys prefer. It's really hard to review a primer because it's like you can't really see it and you don't know if it's like 100% working. It's like a little weird. This one is definitely my most repurchased. I just feel like this one is actually doing something, like maybe not the pore minimizing. I don't know. I feel like all the pore minimizing BS is just that bullshit. Because I don't know, my pores, I could still always see them no matter what I do, so whatever. But I feel like this does give you a nice smooth kind of finish and does hold your makeup on a long time. So I like this one a little bit better than this one, but I also really like all the Smashbox primers, so I use them all the time. I also recently tried this NYX Angel Veil. This one's empty, but this is also a really good primer from the drugstore. It's a little pricey. It's like $14, but it has a little bit of a brightening effect, and so it leaves like a white cast on your face, which isn't like that like great if you have darker skin. But it is a really good primer. I've noticed that like my, I feel like my makeup stays on pretty good amount of time whenever I use this. So that's it, guys. Those are my favorite products. Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. I don't know where it is. Is it down there? If you're on your phone, it's down there. I think if you're on your computer, it's over here or over here. Hey. If you guys have ideas, or if you have questions, or if you want to know anything about me, just below. I gotta go. Bye.